Welcome to Oceanic and Polar Experts. Today we have a special guest. She is a senior visiting researcher at University College London, and she has recently been to the Antarctica for her oceanographic research. Hi, Dr. Sarah. So generally, can you share with us, how did you find the trip?
Hello, it's my great pleasure to be here. Generally speaking, the trip is amazing. I love it. It's absolutely eye-opening, and the view, the everything, I have never seen any other places in my whole life. I do love it for everything.
Okay. So how is the research done on board?
The research. So there are all kinds of research carried out on board. There are some biologists, chemists, geologists, and meteorologists. And we are physical oceanographers. So we all do all kinds of different research. For example, some people, they catch the shrimp. They will use a big net to catch shrimp, and they count the number of species and the number of shrimps in each species, and they take pictures to keep a record, and it's really interesting. When I do not have work, not very busy, I often just go to see what they are doing. And there are also fisheries. They will pull the net down to the bottom of the ocean to see what kind of fish life they can catch, and it's kind of interesting. I observed them a couple of times, and during those times it was not very lucky, and they didn't catch much fish. And for myself, I'm not going to tell you everything because there are too many. For myself, I observe the temperature, salinity, and the pressure of the ocean. Basically, I put use CTD, conductivity, temperature, depth. That's the instrument to be used, and also ADCP. ADCP is for currents measurements, and then TPAS. That's temperature sensors. We measure the temperature of the ocean. So with temperature, salinity, and pressure, CTD, depth measures the pressure, the depth. Then we can calculate the density. Then we can find out the stratification of the ocean and also the vibrations. For example, if maybe we can catch some waves, some strong currents, and all those information we can infer from the stratification, the density distribution, temperature distribution, and so on.
That sounds very cool. So how intense is your work?
You mean how intense was my work?
Yeah.
It is very intense.
Do you have to work day and night, or do you have a more regular routine?
No, we work 24 hours. So basically, we have many stations. I think we got over maybe 50 stations, around 50 stations. And so it's distributed on the map. So then we go to a station. So we do our research observation. After we finish that, then we go directly to the next station. Then we begin to work at the next station. So it really depends what time we arrive at a new station. Sometimes in the morning, sometimes during lunchtime, sometimes during midnight. So we have to escape lunch, dinner, breakfast, lose some sleep during the night. But it was really fun because we are so eager to get more data. to do more field work, get the observation work done. So we never thought, okay, it's too much, too tired, too hungry, too sleepy. No, never. We were just very, it was just very intense. And also, we pretty much enjoyed that intense work.
Wow. So then when you're not at the stations, the stops, what do you do at your free time?
Sleep. That's the first thing we want to do. So we'll just get enough sleep and then, eat. Basically to store the energy and also, store the energy in our body. And also we will check the data, check the equipment. So we need to get ready for the next station. And if we get enough sleep, get enough food, get ready for the next station, we still have time. We will just, talk to each other, socialize, and some music, watching some movies. And one of the fun part is that we need to help in the kitchen. So we will go to the kitchen, help the workers in the kitchen, the chef in the kitchen, help them to clean the kitchen, to wash vegetables, and, just help them to prepare the next meal. That is really fun. We usually, we work and we talk, we laugh. It's a quite experience.
That sounds great. Many people experience shipsick. How do you deal with that?
Yeah, shipsick is one big problem if you go to Antarctic field trips, because the currents are very strong and it's very windy. So the ship basically, shakes, great degree, very big degree. So many people will get sick. And I did get sick in the beginning. Then I took some seasick pills. Those pills are very strong and helpful. So then I was fine. And then after a couple of days, my body adjusted and didn't feel sick anymore. So I was kind of just walking the ship. The ship was shaking back and forth, left and right. The wind is blowing, and we couldn't walk. We couldn't even balance when we walk because it's shaking so much. But I don't feel sick anymore. It's just like walking on the ground, because our body has a great ability to adjust and to get used to a new environment. That's the amazing part of our body. We should have belief in our own bodies. Don't be scared of the seasick.
Yeah, our body is very amazing. So, what is the most exciting part of your journey?
Okay, so the most exciting part would be the measurement of the data, pull down the environment, and get the work done and see the data. So that's the part of the work. But besides that would be the wildlife in the Antarctic and the icebergs. The icebergs are amazing. They are everywhere. They're so huge, so large, so white. It's a pure white world. And also the wild animals. We have seen penguins, the seals, the birds, the whales. They are so I don't know how to. They are so fascinating to me. I often see penguins. They will just stand on those floating ice and floating on the surface of the ocean. It's like that's traveling, and the way they stand, they're so cute, so lovely, so adorable to me. And I often see them if our ship go over there, bump into the ice they were floating on, they will be quickly scared and run off, jump into the water and disappear. It's kind of really amusing. So we will all just laugh. And I took many pictures of them. Maybe I can show you if you're interested.
Yeah, sure. That sounds really cool. The very more the well conserved nature and the beauty of the purity of sea ice and the icy world. Yeah, I get it. So, what are some struggles? What are some surprises or struggles that you didn't expect?
Yes, struggles, surprises I didn't expect. They're quite certain. They're not just one a surprise or struggle, but there's one I can never forget. So that was one night around 3 a.m. It was snowing, really, really heavy snow, and I had to take my instrument out from the ocean because we should get ready for to move to the next station. And because of it's in the midnight, there were not many people in the lab. No one on the boat outside the cabin. So I don't know what to do, but I had to do it. So I just walked out, and with the snow snowing on my face, melting on my face, and I decided to take my instrument out of the water. It was very heavy, and it was very windy at that time. So I don't know what to do because I was just myself, so dark, so cold, it was freezing. But I decided to be brave, so I began to pull the rope and pull the instrument. And because of it was snowing, so the floor was slippery. So I was scared because all of a sudden I was slipping towards the edge of the ship because of the slippery floor because of the snow. And then I was lucky because I was stopped by
the fence.
Yeah, by the fence, and also there's a security rope on my waist, so I did not fall into the water. That I was lucky. And if I did fall into the water, because the water was really freezing, it's below 0 degrees, there's no chance to come back alive. But don't be scared, because we all know that. So we have enough security measures. So we got anti-slippery boots, and we got security strings. So we use that rope to tie to our waist, and then we tie ourselves to the ship. So there's no chance for us to go into the water. So, but that was some experience. It was, to me, because it's so dark, so alone, so cold, so snowy, and so slippery. And the instrument was so heavy. So that was my struggle. But I think that is something valuable to me, because I never had that experience before. And after that, I just realized I am much stronger than I thought I was. So you never know. So after all those difficulties, after all those struggles, you feel like you are much stronger. I think that's the positive side of that. That's what I have learned.
Yeah. Yeah, the struggles make us stronger. And also, I mean, I think the trip itself is already a life experience, right?
Yes, of course it is. You should go to the Antarctic someday if you have the chance.
Yeah.
I really encourage you.
Yeah, right. If I'm given the opportunity, I'll definitely go.
Yeah.
That sounds really exciting.
It is.
Thank you so much for coming today, and thank you so much for sharing your valuable insights, your fun stories during the trip, and the details of how research is done on board. Thank you very much, and see you next time.